All right, let me know when you're on, if someone's on.
Are you on again?
Yep. Check it out.
It is working.
All right, let me know if you see me, guys.
Yep.
And I'll wait for people to come on. All right, Momo's here, so it's better? Yes, okay. I'm going to try to hustle and get through everything, but so try to keep up, all right? I'll give it a couple more seconds for someone else to get on. As I reorganize my notes. How about that? All right, that should be good. All right, so listen up. All right, so we did the sandbag slides, and again, that's the most physical thing that we do for strength. And I stole that drill from Muggsy Bogues' team in high school. They were a super team full of NBA guys, but they did it with bricks. And I weighed bricks to see how much bricks weighed, and they weigh 7.5 pounds. So I figured for mine, I could do 10 pounds because the sandbags that I already had already weighed 10 pounds. And I figured since you guys were behind them in strength, you guys could catch them by doing more weight. But it turns out that they were pretty hard, but everyone can basically do it. Anyone over like 5th grade can kind of do it. So I figure if you guys can do this drill, it's the most physically demanding drill that we have. So that is sandbag slides. Next up is our middle school drill. It's 2-ball catch layups. And again, if you have any questions on any drills for the day, I know you guys aren't doing these drills for a fact, but I just want to get used to saying this, all this stuff, because one day, maybe like in 10 years, 20 years, I'm going to have some kids who go through my book and do every single thing in it. And that would be amazing. And I want to be prepared for those kids. So maybe it's you guys, maybe it's not. All right. So anyways, the next drill for the middle school is the 2-ball catch. I'm sure you guys who have middle school books already knew that. Ian? Yep. Ian already read about 2-ball catch? Oh, yeah. I already knew about it. I already knew about it. No, I'm saying you read it in the book this morning, right? Yeah, you did. You didn't. All right. But again, you do that drill. You dribble in like this, catch one ball from the coach, and then score with the other hand because you want to make that second nature. All right. And again, with time, you improve this. So when you show up a lot, when you show up to all the practices and you get good at these drills, people actually see you do them well, and they'll be like, whoa, that guy looks just like me. He's my skill level, but he can do a drill that I can't do. So you just inspire them to work harder because you show up all the time and you learn how to do all these drills. Now they're like, oh, I want to come more often. So again, another reason why you want to show up all the time to motivate others. For the high school, it's pick and roll create or layup or create. And it's when you dribble to the side, you come off the pick and roll. And this is if there's no show, if they don't show with the extra help. And then as you drive, there's no help side. You want to drive to the middle either for a swoop layup or if they come at the last second, kick it out to a pass. So you're driving to either shoot a layup or to create for other people. And when you do this, you have to make a split-second decision with aggression. So you have to drive to the middle of the key and then make a decision whether they come or not by passing the ball out or scoring it. And that's a hard thing because you guys can't even make a regular layup sometimes, let alone make one when you're not thinking about making one or make an accurate pass with either hand. That's a really, really hard thing. But it's not just you guys. It's a lot of people. So much so that if you can do this, if you can get to the middle of the court and pass the ball out or score the ball successfully, let's say more than 75% of the time, or like do it like maybe, I guess, 30 times a game, get to the middle of the court, you are an all-star. And if you can do it at every level, like middle school, high school, college, you're a pro. You don't have to score 20 points a game. Just get to the middle of the court, pass it back out successfully. You are an all-star NBA player. Ian asked me how he could make the NBA. There you go. If you can get into the middle of the key, if they're not guarding you, put the ball in the basket. So you have to be able to make a layup. And when they do guard you, you have to pass it out with either hand without them tipping the ball and accurately for shooters. You're an NBA player. All right, but it's a pretty rare and pretty hard thing to do. But I want you guys trying because I think a lot of the times you guys don't even try to drive. So maybe you can't get 40 drives a game, but you could get 2. I mean, you can't just stay on the outside, Ben Levy. He's not watching, but yes. The homework, the jump rope, 1, 2, or 5 minutes. Who did it yesterday? If you did the homework and you posted it yesterday, which was not Ian, let me know who showed up to doing the homework. And then think about this. We have about 10 people watching our stuff, 10 people posting. If 9 people posted that homework every single day, and you were the only person that didn't do it, are you more likely to post or less likely? You are more likely. And that's what showing up all the time does. When you show up, it pushes everyone on your team to do better. Like Ian, for instance, if he doesn't post, like he didn't post the thing, but no one else did either. So why should he care? But if he's on a better team, this is the best argument for being on a better team, then all his teammates did, then he'll be like, oh no, peer pressure. I gotta post. Oh, now I feel bad. So it's all about either finding that team that's all better than you, or you can create that cycle among your own team. Because once you do it, then they won't stop doing it. Then they'll be pushing you too. So someone has to start it first. All right, next one is our challenge for the day. I'm going with the 7th graders, the Chastain Challenge. You guys are still doing the Chastain Challenge. I think it's like month 5 on there or something like that. And so you're still looking good. Now, Blake can't show up this week because he's camping, but he swears, I'm going to post it later. I'll post it later. I'm going to film him every day. I'll still do it, blah, 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 until he actually does it. But at the same time, Blake skipped a few days posting it, but he still did it. Okay, so how about when I go on vacation, I do the same thing? How about when I have a toothache? Hey, I'll do 2 this day. So the moment that someone makes it below perfect, it starts to snowball down the hill and becomes worse and worse and worse. So that's why I don't like to let anything slide. Like never. You try to be as perfect as possible. And if you do mess up, say, okay, a consequence. So Blake can't do it this week. He's going to post late. Make him run a mile each day. Something that you guys won't want to do. So he has to pay for it in some way. Even if he's sick, he has to pay for it in some way. All right, so you want to keep pushing the envelope, keep pushing yourself, and don't just settle for like, I missed it this time. It's okay. So we'll see how you guys do after this. It'll be harder and harder, I promise. Just because he missed, it'll get harder and harder. Heads up. Next thing is our movie. This is one of my favorite ones, actually. The 12th grade movie is the movie Rush. It's about a Formula One race car driver. I got to tell you this. I've never watched a Formula One race my entire life. I do not plan to watch a Formula race my entire life. However, this movie is unreal. It is so good. It's a 12th grade movie, though, so maybe just the high schoolers are above. I mean, it has its parts, whatever. It's like, like drinking, drugging, stuff like that. But the movie, oh my God, it's so inspiring too. Like there's this dude, it's a true story. There's this guy, I've even heard of him. They talk about guys like Ferrari and stuff like that, but they have this guy. He's one of the best race car drivers ever. And he burned himself. I'm giving a part of the movie, but he burned himself. And he and another guy, this pretty boy, they were like rivals. And the pretty boy never tried. But the other guy, like he worked all day, all night on it. He's like the best car guy ever. Like BMW, like copy stuff off him, stuff like that. And after he got burned, he couldn't even put on the helmet. But then the guy starts catching him in the rankings. And this dude left the hospital, pulled the tubes out of his throat by himself, put on the helmet, even though it hurt to put on the helmet, and puts himself on there, bandaged up, and raced this car anyways just to beat the guy. Like, talk about showing up. It was crazy. I know that gives away a lot of the movie, but the movie itself is just amazing. I mean, it's so good. And again, I mean, like, I say watch this movie if you can. Rush is the name of the movie. That's the 12th grade movie. But either way, you guys all have movies. Make sure you guys, if you have the book, look in your book to see which movie that you're doing for the day. All right. Any questions in here? I'm doing the workout myself. Okay. How do I work out today? Because I don't know when it is. All right. If you're doing the workout by yourself, Leandre, get to a basket and then you just go whenever you want. But just do it one time and then do the other 3 on the other times. So pretend like they're all there. All right. Next one is our story of the day. Show up. Oh yeah, talking about showing up often. All right. Show up as often as you're able, so that your teammates know they can depend on you, at least you. People are more apt to show up to practices and games if they know others will show. So don't sabotage yourself by creating an environment in which that trust is low. Driving to forfeited games is the surest way to discourage parents to quit their efforts. Nobody wants to play for a team that doesn't show up. Nobody does. All right. And I think I said this one before. No, I didn't. Yeah, I might have. I forgot. But Samantha wanted other girls on her team, and then again, other girls started showing up on the days when Sam didn't come, and then they didn't show up. They were like, "Well, we're not coming again." And you only have one chance. And we've had other players in our program. I've talked probably out of everyone who's ever done a workout in our program. You guys know how like our high school team's not that good. They're not that great, right? All our teams aren't. It happens, right? We don't have like big time D1 prospects, right? In the history of our program of people who have come to practice, at least one practice, if not two, we've had 15 to 20 D1 players show up to our practices. But what happens? They show up and there's 3 other kids there. And I'm like, no, I promise you, this gym is packed sometimes. But you guys are packing it sometimes, and it's usually like the small kids are packing it sometimes, but the older kids will come like in threes because they're just like not interested. I promise you, if all those guys came at the same exact time, you would die to be a part of those practices. But if they all came at the same time, what? We have 20 D1 players on the same team. What's going to happen, Ian?
It's gonna be great.
No, you're not going to be able to make that team. And it's like, oh, finally, the team that we want is here, and they won't play me because I'm on the bench. Yay! And that's stupid. So you need to create that team. You need to create that team by being the person. All right. So again, we don't need better players. We need our players to get better. That's it. All right. And for all the stuff that we learned this week, we must show up to everything that we can. Show up. Because when you show up, you're brave. When you show up, you're smart. Because you understand what showing up does. When you show up, you're resilient or tough because you keep going. When you show up, you're wise because you understand that showing up means so much more than just being there. It means so much more. And then lastly, today we learned showing up equals motivation because you're going to push everyone to show up. All right. So I need you guys to do those things. I need you guys to show up to things. All right. And for our isolation workout that we're having in 30 minutes, I don't know if Momo's ever done the isolation workouts. Show up, Momo. All right. Because you get to practice for next week when we actually do it. All right. Diagonal pro hop today, Statue of Liberty, layups, step ups to shots, baseline drive to finger roll, and pick and roll layup to create. For the diagonal pro hop, you start at half court, dribble in, bounce the ball, pro hop in a diagonal fashion, and then spin back and shoot. We have done all these before. Statue of Liberty is dribbling from the 3-point line, take one dribble in, have the ball like this, and score with just one hand. Step ups to shots, put the ball down, go 4 step ups, then shoot. And if you make it, you go to 5 step ups. If you make that, you can go to 6 step ups. You go up 1 number each time. If you don't make it, you stay at the number that you're on. So it's 4 step ups, shoot, 4 step ups, shoot, 4 step ups, shoot. I said all that last time. Ian messed it up the first time. He goes, "Oh, I didn't know that we did them over and over and over again." So please listen, pay attention. Last one, second to last one is baseline drive to finger roll. Spin the ball out, catch, rip it down low beneath both calves, and then you drive to the basket, score with the opposite hand. And the last one is pick and roll layup to create, where you go over the pick and roll, drive, and then score with the swoop layup. For Leandra doing it at home, this is the first day that you haven't had Ben. So you're going to have to really, really pay attention, okay? And maybe do the dribbling drill first while you watch the workout. Do the dribbling drill or the side drill first while you watch the workout. Anyways, I will see you guys at the workout. I'll see y'all then. And don't forget, this is our last episode starting Monday. We have an entirely new thing. It's going to be special. All right, I'll see y'all then. And anyone doing the morning workout, film it, do it, read the instructions on our website. That's the most amazingly hard thing I've ever asked anyone to do. If you guys do that thing, unbelievable. I talk about going to the pros. If everyone does that every single day, I would not put anything beyond any of you. Honestly, there's no ceiling if you guys can do that every single day. But you also might die. So heads up. All right. All these